Hello class, this is our last review warm-up for solving equations for Algebra 1. This is just part of our review. Remember, this isn't teaching you solving equations for the first time, it's just highlighting some things we think you should remember. So this time we're looking at variables on both sides. I have an x on this side, I have an x on this side, so it's both sides of my equation, but I also need to do some simplifying first. So what I really want is both sides to just be like an x term and a constant term. So like here I have a 4x, so I've got a variable term, and my -1 is my constant term. It does not have a variable. I want the other side to look like that as well. So my first step is going to be distributing. So then I have 4x minus 1 equals 2 times 2x is 4x, plus 2 times 3 is 6. And then my 4x minus 1 can stay. Now I want to do something about the other side as well, right? So let's see, 6 minus 1, or it's the 6 minus 7, sorry, is a minus 1. So both sides, this is really weird, both sides are 4x minus 1. So I know this looks kind of strange, but I know the next step is always to get variables on one side. 4x is the smallest, so I'm just going to subtract 4x on both sides. And then let's see, we have -1 is equal to -1. Because that is true, we can say x is equal to any real number. If I put any number in for x, -1 will always equal -1. That means that we have many solutions. One more way that you would see the answer written is as this fancy R to represent the set of real numbers. So you could either write x equals any real number, you could write many solutions, or you could write the fancy R. So whenever we get a true statement like -1 is equal to -1, true statement with no variables, it means this. And you can write any of those three things. So now we're going to go ahead and try solving number 2. So we're going to do 1 and 2 together, and then you're going to do 3 and 4 on your own. So I'm going to distribute again. All right, so 7x minus 1 equals 2 times 2x is 4x, minus 2 times 1 is 2. Four x and 3x is 7x. Really, you should do this one on your own. Honestly, you should have done 2 on your own, and then we could do the next 2 on our own also. But it is what it is. I wasn't thinking about how solving one and then having you try it on your own. 7x's are gone again. Oh, this time we have something weird though. Maybe I did this right. This one we have something that's not true. So the last one we had a true statement. This one we have a false statement. So if we get something that's false, that means that there is no solution. And the way we would write no solution is a 0 with a line through it. Okay, so I think what I had planned then, if I remember correctly, is for you to do 3 and 4 on your own. So go ahead and try 3 and 4. So remember, these weird problems are when we have the same amount of x on both sides, and so it completely zeroes out. And we're left with only numbers. So like in this one, -1 equals -1 was true. This one, -1 was equal to -2, which was false. So you try 3 and 4 and then check your answers. So for 3 and 4, so on 3, I got no solution because 6 was not equal to 8. And so I used my words, no solution, but I also put the symbol. Second one, 6 equals 6, that's true. There's many solutions, x equals any real number, or you could just write your fancy R. On the last 2, let's go ahead and try 5 together. You can do 6 on your own. First, we're going to go ahead and distribute the 3. 3x minus 3 times 4 is 12. On the other side, 2x plus 44, I can't do any more simplifying. Then I'm going to put my x's together. 3x plus 6x is 9x. And now that I have number and constant, or sorry, variable and constant on both sides, we'll get our variables on one side. So my smaller, I've got a 9x and a 2x. 2x is smaller, so I'm going to subtract it on both sides. 9x minus 2x is 7x minus 12. On the other side, my 2x's have zeroed out, so I'm left with 44. Then I'm going to add 12 on both sides, so that 7x equals 56. And then we can divide both sides by 7, and so x equals 8. You're going to try 6 on your own, and go ahead and pause the video now and restart it when you're ready to see the work. So my answer on 6 was 5 is equal to x. So I chose to add x on both sides. I had a 6x here, and I had a minus x here. And so my easiest way to get variables on both sides was to add x, or sorry, on one side was to add x to both sides. And then that zeroed it out, and I had a positive 7x on the right. It's not the only way, but it's definitely the easiest way to work this out. So this was just a quick review that we did in class, a warm-up that we did in class on solving equations. This is a lot more difficult today. Hopefully it's a review, and if you need help, please make sure that you ask.